Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. If you're watching the replay, not sure what's going to happen, just basically decided to come on, started a new section on the custom that I'm working on. I just thought I would come on, see who comes in, and take it from there. Let's try and get this thing focused. That's better. Hi, lucky lass. It's definitely Sir. Hi, Angie. So, just started a new section on the custom. Having a quiet day. So, how are things for both of you? Have you finished that chuck along yet, Angie? Hi, Marker Man. It's a custom. Give me a second. I'll show you the thumbnail. If the camera will focus. It is that. So the section that I'm working on now is just below the N and the D, so this area here. Oh, you posted your whip? Okay. Phone. Where is my phone? I'll go and get it. Okay, you've done quite a lot. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay, I was just checking. There was nothing else. Good luck on making your profile pic. Yeah, it's. I made it quite a while ago, and I was in one of the groups, and somebody said you should make that a diamond painting. So eventually, I decided I would. So when I start doing the YouTubes, once it's finished, you'll see it in the background randomly. I swap the pictures that I put in the background. I swap them around just for a change of scenery. 2 seconds, Angie. So Angie has just posted her Wednesday whip on the Diamond Painting Gym Facebook group. Well, in fact, I can show you. I'll give you a better idea of what I'm working on. So this was this one this morning. Oh my God. So I'm working on this area here, but this is what I've done so far. And then Angie, she's doing a chuck along, and this is what she's posted. Kind of hard to see. I need to fiddle about with the lights, but it's a bit awkward with the laptop and everything here. So that's going to have to be as good as it gets. So I took a break from this one to do a mystery diamond painting. Started to see them popping up and decided to get one. And I was so curious to what it was that I stopped this for a while. Did the mystery and now I'm back to this. Shouldn't be too long until this is finished. And then I'm going to be working on one of a guitar. Where are you, lucky lass? Where in the world are you? It's always interesting to find out where people are. At least I find it interesting. Hi, Bambi. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in. So it's actually not too bad. Well, no, I was going to say it's not too bad because a lot of it now the background colour is white. So these big areas, it's just going to be checkerboard. They'll get done pretty quick. But I forgot about my hat. That's going to be confetti. If you look. So a lot of different colour. It doesn't look like it, but there's a lot of different colours in that. So you can see I've just sort of finished this coloured part, and then when I come along the top, it's mainly white, which makes it nice and easy. The hat is going to be confetti, but I think it's going to look pretty good when it's finished. Hi, Marissa. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for sharing the link, Angie. I'm really bad for forgetting to mention links and stuff. I usually just sit and talk, or if I do a YouTube, I just sit and get on with whatever the subject is in the YouTube. I'm starting to remember Instagram at the ends. I just passed 1,400 followers on Instagram, which is pretty cool. And I've just went past 550 followers on YouTube. Hi, Stephanie. Thanks for dropping in. Just looking back at the comments. Yeah, you can keep an eye on me, Angie. Somebody has to. So, how many people have got big stashes of diamond paintings? I know that Angie has. Stephanie, how many, roughly, unless you've got Gems Flow? Okay, Angie. 29 in your stash. I'm going to check mine again. I forget. I've got 20 something, I think. Just going to check Gems Flow. 21. But I've got some here that I haven't put in the app yet. So I think it's maybe about 23 or 24. Close to 50. Okay, I've got a question for the people that do have decent sized stash. When you get them, do you check the canvas for like problems with the glue and problems with print? And do you check that you've got all the drills? There is a reason I'm asking this. Okay, lucky lass, thanks for dropping in. Have a good day. I'm guessing it's day. It's hard to tell when you don't know where people are. You do, right? Okay. I don't, because normally what happens is I'll do an unboxing when I get them, and I'll check the canvas. Like when I do the unboxing, I show people all the stuff in the box, and then I flatten the canvas. So I check the canvas while I'm doing the YouTube, and just show people like what you should be checking for, like double print, missing print, bubbles in the glue, whatever. When I'm finished, I put the drills in a freezer bag, and I put the key in the bag as well, so I know what the drills are for. If it doesn't have a paper key, I'll just write a note, like what it is, and pop it in the bag, tie a knot in it, and it goes in a cupboard with the rest. And then I very slowly work my way through them. And what happened a few days ago was, in a group, someone was asking what DMC colours or DMC codes are. And to sort of explain it, what I decided to do was take out 3 random bags from different companies and take a picture of the bags of drills, because, you know, like different companies do it different ways. But the point is, when it says 310 on the bag, they're all black. So that was what I was doing. I just thought, right, I'll just pull 3 from different companies, take a picture of the different bags together, but show they all say 310 and they're all black. So one that I pulled out has a black background. So I opened it and I found out there's no black drills. So I've had that since August 2020. I did an unboxing. So I thought, okay, that's good. Then I checked the figures, and I'm missing just under 10,000 black drills. Then I thought, okay, if I contact the company and say, I've just found out, even though I got it in August, will they honour it, and will they send the drills, or will they say it's been too long? So the more I thought about it, I started to contact different companies and ask them the question: if somebody buys a diamond painting and they don't open it for months, will you still honour the replacement policy? Like if they open it up, and because the thing is, I see a lot of pictures of stashes where people don't, it looks as if they haven't even opened the packet or the box. So they obviously haven't even checked the canvas, they haven't checked the drills. So then I got curious about it. So I'm finding that some companies, it's 30 days. If you don't find a problem within 30 days, that's it. They won't send a replacement or replacement drills for free. Some other companies will send a replacement no matter how long it's been since you got it. So I'm waiting on a few more replies from different companies, because I want to do a YouTube about it. Because I think it's important that people should realise that it can happen. I mean, I knew it could happen, but I was thinking, okay, worst comes to the worst, maybe 2 or 3 bags missing. Chances are I've probably got spares, and even if I've not, they don't cost that much. But I'm missing, I forget, it's something like 48 bags. It's 9,000 and something drills. So we'll see what they say. I mean, I'm just curious to see what that company says. I mean, if they say it's too long, it's too long. I mean, it's my own fault for not checking them, but I've really just got in the habit of not checking them until I'm getting ready to actually do the things. And I was just curious, like, for other people that have got like a lot of diamond paintings, if they actually open them up and check the inventory, as you should. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good thing to do, but I think I just got kind of lazy with it and thought, if there's a problem, and I don't have them, I'll just order a bag or two if I need to. Not expecting to be 10,000 drills short. But I think it could be something that some people maybe haven't thought about. Thanks, Angie. Angie's the link guy. Bambi, do you check the drills though? I can't even remember who said they did. I think, was it Stephanie? I don't know. Angie checks everything. Stephanie checks the inventory. Do you check the inventory, Bambi? Right, okay, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, to be fair, how many have I... I'll check my app again. How many have I done? 18. I've done 18, and I think I've only been missing drills on one. But I've got, well, because, I mean, it's my wife does them as well, so she's got a stash, and we've got extra drills from the ones that she finished. Oh, really, Marissa? I've never done that. What I do is, well, some people have seen the videos, but I open it up and I flatten it. I take the cover off. I have a look at the print quality, the glue quality, anything that can be wrong with the canvas. Then I put the cover back on, and I've got 2 large sheets of corrugated cardboard that I've put together like a book. I've taped them down one side, so it opens up like a big book, and I lay all the canvases flat in there. And then they just lay there. The drills go into freezer bags, like I said, and I put the key in them, or I put a note in. Hi, Mike. And then I throw them in a cupboard. And it was purely by chance that I picked that bag up when I was looking for 310s, because I knew the background was black. And then I realised I had no 310s. So, like I said, I've just been thinking about it, and it's like I'm constantly thinking about things that might be useful to people who are kind of new and maybe not really in a routine. I mean, if you know that you should check it and you don't, I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, it's just I think that maybe some people might buy quite a few at the beginning and don't even think about it. And then when they get around to actually doing them, they might find out they've got a problem with the canvas, or they've got a problem with the drills. They get back in touch with the company, and the company says, it's too long. So I'm going to do a video. So that's what I've been doing. I've been emailing a lot of different companies, and I'm still waiting on feedback from quite a lot of them. But I have been getting feedback, and it's a sort of mixture. Some are saying 30 days, which to me is fine. I mean, you've got a whole month to check your inventory. And then some companies are saying it doesn't matter how long how long ago you ordered it or received it, they will replace anything that is faulty. So again, it's just an awareness thing. And as I said, I was thinking, okay, worst comes to worst, maybe 2 or 3 bags of drills. I mean, seriously, how much does that cost? But then now it's 10,000 drills. But I do have a lot of black, and I mean a lot. I think I can probably actually cover that 10,000 drills with the spare drills that we've kept. but we'll see. If I don't, I'll just figure out roughly how much I need and I'll order some. Yeah, Mike's the guy that I'll be contacting if I need drills. I've been dealing with Mike for quite a long time. Mike's actually the guy that put this together for me. I think he's done, I've lost count, but I think he's done maybe about 6 customs. And I have contacted Mike in the past where I've been missing drills from other companies or another company, just because it's faster. I know that Mike's really quick. He'll get the drills to you as fast as he can. Whereas if you're dealing with, I don't know, like AliExpress or Wish or something like that, I'm not that confident that you would get them that fast. So rather than have the hassle, I would just contact Mike. So where are you, Bambi? Did I ask that already? I mean, I'm asking, guaranteed I'm going to forget. It takes me quite a while to remember where people are. I know where Angie is and I know where Mike is. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind people like Mike coming in and having a little plug. I would definitely recommend them. Colorado, okay. Minnesota. Okay. I've actually got a thing going on the Facebook group, Diamond Painting Gym. Yeah, it's definitely my age. Oh, your husband's from Holland. Cool. Yeah, I've got a thing on the Facebook group where I'm asking people where they are in the world. America is way in front. I think it's coming up to about 30 members. I think the next closest may be England, then it's Australia, and then it's pretty much all ones. But it's quite interesting. I like meeting people around the world and just talking about different things, not just diamond painting. If you catch any of the lives that my wife and I do on a Saturday, you'll get an idea. We've been starting to do little random quizzes with obscure questions that are just a bit of fun. And we talk about pretty much everything and anything. The main point is for people to come in and get a bit of a laugh and feel a bit happier when they leave. Yeah, I will do, Mike. She's busy working. She's been working from home for months now. So she's in the living room. She's commandeered the half of the dining room table. That's her home office. No problem, Angie. It's more than I do. Like I said, I'm really bad for not putting up links and stuff. Yeah, no problem, Mike. I mean, again, the lives are purely whoever happens to be available. Like we always really appreciate that people come in and spend a bit of time. Because everybody's busy, so we don't expect people to be there all the time or anything like that. It's just when it suits. Yeah, see, the thing is, when we do it on a Saturday, it's between 8 and 9 p.m. Copenhagen time, which is Central European time, which makes it sort of the middle of a Saturday afternoon in America. And I mean, people tend to be busy, but it's just how it works. To be on at a time that would suit America, we would be on in the middle of the night, and that's just not going to happen. But people can watch the replays, and I think the quizzes work well because if you miss the live, you can still take part in the quizzes and join in. And like I said, but we're sort of looking at more random questions, like obscure questions. Like Angie, she did the quiz or the questions for the quiz last Saturday, and we set them so it's multiple choice. It's A, B, C, or D. And one of Angie's questions was, how many taste buds does the average human tongue contain? That's sort of obscureness. So you've got 4 different answers, and everybody just guesses. And obviously, we don't want anybody using Google because it just basically ruins it. Yeah, I mean, we can only fit it in when it suits us, and that's about as late as we would do it because we live in an apartment block and we've got neighbours upstairs, so we don't want to be making noise at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, because Tammy does tend to laugh, as Angie and Mike will verify. So yeah, we can have a good laugh, and we don't have to worry about the noise we're making at that time. Yeah, I've got it on the YouTube as a notification, the different time zones and the times. Yeah, this is too early for us, really. I mean, this is just a random. Yeah, I've got a few people have got in touch with me about Tammy, saying how funny it is when she loses it. I've got somebody in Australia who commented as well, but she can't make it because of the time. The time just doesn't work for her. I think it's like the middle of the night. And she commented in the YouTube channel. She watches the replays and she does the quizzes on replay. And she says that she can't help laughing when Tammy laughs. So it's good to know that some people are watching them and getting enjoyment out of them, because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of the thing, to try and brighten things up. We're going through a lot of various things at the moment around the world, and it's good to just get a break. I've never been to Australia. My uncle, he emigrated about 3 years ago. I don't even know where he is in Australia, but he likes it. His wife was originally from Australia, and they breed and show dogs. So she's got her own business, like trimming the dog. What do they call it? Like a dog salon where they trim dog hair and all that stuff. So that's what they're doing. I don't think he'll be missing the weather in Scotland somehow. Oops. You've been once, okay. I've only been to America once. And I actually went to Canada for 3 months. No, not for 3 months, I'm saying a month. I went to Canada for a month. And I ended up in Vegas. You've got some upcoming news. Ooh. Hope it's good news. So yeah, I went to Canada for a month and ended up in Vegas. Sounds like a movie. But it was, I went in August, the fall months. August in Vegas for a Scotsman. Far, far, far too hot. Okay, cool. The snow's melted. Yeah, so Vegas was okay, but the highlight was seeing the Grand Canyon. That was probably, well, it was the most spectacular thing I've ever seen. Really, really cool. I visited the Hoover Dam as well, went inside the Hoover Dam. I didn't actually gamble. I'm not really a gambler, but I wanted to see Vegas just to see it. So, been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, got the Hard Rock Hotel t-shirt. All I did was I went into all the casinos because you have to go and see them. Plus, it's cool. As in, if you go outside, you're going to melt. And I took out $10 in chips or cash, like those coins. And I just played the one-armed bandit type things. I never played cards or anything. And I had nearly blown it, and then I won $10. So I actually never lost any money in Vegas. But for me, it's definitely been there, done that, and won't go back. Oh, you go for the shows? Yeah, I never went. I can't even remember who. I mean, this was a long time. I can't remember who was playing in Vegas at that time. But I was only there for, I think it was like 4 days or something. But as I said, it wasn't even planned. I had no intentions of going to Vegas when I went. But then some people talked me into going because they said it's really cheap to fly. So I went. Canada was really nice. I really liked it there. So how long does it take you to get to Vegas, Bambi? Because my geography of the US is terrible. Texas is at the bottom. I mean, I'm from Scotland, and you can drive from one side of Scotland to the other in a couple of hours. Or 2 hours, that's pretty close. So you must be in a really hot climate then, I take it. Is your weather like Vegas weather? Like basically desert? I couldn't live anywhere like that. It's just far too hot. I remember when I came back from the Hoover Dam, it was like a coach trip. And when I came back, as we came into Vegas, the sign was saying the time and then flicking to the temperature and then back to the time. It's cold, is it? And you're only 2 hours away. Yeah, I hate the heat as well. But when we got back into Vegas, I saw the sign and it was just after midnight, and it said, I forget now, it was something like 102. And I thought that sign must be broken. That can't be right. And then they opened the doors on the bus. It was right. It's just like walking into an oven. It's so hot. Ah, 2 hours flying, right? Okay, I thought you meant. See, again, that's me taking it automatically that you mean driving, because nobody flies from anywhere to anywhere in Scotland. It's not big enough. So in Denmark's the same, because I live in Copenhagen and we're on an island, and you can drive around this island easily in a day, easily. It's an island called Zealand, and the Queen of Denmark lives here. So we're not on mainland Denmark. So when you nip down to Vegas, Bambi, you just jump on the private jet and fly down. Not quite. I really like living in Copenhagen. Really, really nice city. A lot of history, a lot of just different things like the canals and the architecture. Just a lot of interesting stuff. And a lot of beer and bacon and licorice. Ah, cool. Mike lives in England. I don't think I've ever been to Birmingham, Mike. I'll wait until you get the new stuff, Mike. Oh yeah, Angie's acquired a taste for it. It wasn't the same stuff that I sent you, Mike, but something similar. I sent to Angie, and I don't think she liked it too much at first, but she's acquired the taste. I think I might have a box of the one that I sent. Hang on. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that I sent Angie. Licorice pastels. And then this is the one that I sent Mike, which are also licorice pastels, I suppose. So they're even, the boxes are even the same size. I think there is salt in that. Oh, there's salmiak in it. There's salmiak in this one. I don't think there's salmiak in this. But there's salmiak in the one that's coming to you, Mike. And they use salmiak to clean drains. So Angie's been eating drain cleaner. That's what gives it that. Remember you were saying, Angie, that you felt as if it was like something for a cold and it clears your sinuses? It's the salmiak that does that. Yeah, There is salt in it because no, not yours. No, not yours. There's salt in Mike's one. I mean, it says at the top. Salt licorice. This was the big thing that I'd never tasted before. In the UK, licorice is sweet. It's black and it's sweet. And then I came here and found out that it nearly always has salt or salmiak or salt and salmiak. You hardly ever get sweet licorice here. And the more salmiak it has, the stronger it is. It's good for you, Angie. Just don't take too much because licorice is a laxative. You must have quite a few people you don't like, Mike. Mike got back in touch with me and said, "Can you send me some extra boxes? I want to send it to people." So I'm sure Mike's going to lose friends soon. Oh, you've only had two? Oh, so I thought you'd maybe finished the box by now. The first ones I tried were called salty fish. They look like little gummy fish, and they've got white stuff sort of sprinkled on top, and I thought it was sugar, and it's salt. So you can imagine I was expecting this sweet taste, and it was salt. And that actually is probably now my favourite out of the ones I've tried anyway. But I haven't had any that I don't like. I think you definitely get used to the taste of the salmiak. It's only a tiny amount. I can't remember the chemical. Ammonium chloride. That's salmiak. That's ammonium chloride. That's the chemical name for it. I don't think that you find it in candy in many countries. I've got a competition going in the Facebook group, Mike. I don't know if you've seen it. And the winner will win some licorice and a diamond painting pen and a diamond painting gym cover minder. The name or the winner will be announced on Monday. Yeah, pomegranate one. I haven't actually tasted that. I think I've got one now. Nope. The pomegranate's all gone. Lisa got one. I can't remember. Somebody else, I think, got it as well. I just sort of pick things at random. But we've also got wine gum flavoured. I don't think this has got any salt or anything in it. I think it's just basically wine gums. Nope. Just read the ingredients. There's no salt or salmiak in that one. Drano, is that a thing in America? Vino, no, that's different. Yeah, I don't know why they're called wine gums. There's no wine in them. Oh, okay. I've never heard that name. Annoying shop stuff. Annoying shop staff age checking when you buy wine gums. Seriously? No, that's what I'm working on, Marlon. I haven't finished it yet because I stopped it for a while because I was doing a mystery diamond painting. I can let you see where I am. I posted a whip in the Facebook group this morning. So that's how much I've got done. So I'm now working on this area here. Whoa. So just underneath the OND in diamond. That's this area. I'm doing sections this size. I've got another one above, and then 3, 6, 9, maybe 12 sections. So a lot of it's going to be white though. A lot of this area is just going to be checkerboard, so it should go pretty fast. The only thing that's going to slow me down is the hat, because it's going to be a lot of graffiti. Not graffiti, confetti. There's a lot of different colours in that. Hi, Paulina. Where are you in the world, Paulina? I'm just always curious where people are. And Crafty and Nerdy came in on Saturday. Wisconsin, cool. Yeah, Crafty and Nerdy came in on Saturday, and I always thought she was in America, and I found out she's in England. I don't know why I thought she was in America. And I only know her through Instagram. Never spoke to her. It's just some people come up with names that you just remember. Crafty and Nerdy was one of them. I have no idea where Wisconsin is. So what is Wisconsin famous for? I take it most states have got something that they're famous for. Or it could be infamous for. Oh, right, so you're at the top. So you're at the top, Wisconsin's at the top, and Texas is at the bottom, and then everything else is just in between. I can remember that. So is Wisconsin like a farming place? Like tons of corn or something? Yeah, Green Bay Packers doesn't mean anything to me. I've heard the name. I don't know if is it a baseball team or a American football team. I'm guessing American football, but I don't know. Cheese. Wisconsin's famous for cheese. Is it? Really? Cheese and beer. That is an American, right? Okay. I know it. Like I said, I've heard the name, but I don't follow any American sports, so I wasn't sure. So Wisconsin's famous for cheese. I never knew that. See, that could have been a random question for the Saturday night quiz. The only problem is most of the people that come in are probably from America. So yeah, that's the thing when you're doing the questions. You have to think. You try and find stuff that is so random that no matter where in the world you are, it's going to have to be a guess. Snow, Angie? No idea. Right, okay. Squeaky cheese. Is that a brand name or is it cheese that squeaks? Blue crabs, really? This is turning into a mine of information for me today. Cheese and blue crabs. So I take it blue crabs are edible. Seriously? I'll need to see if I can find that. Squeaky cheese. That just sounds funny. I like crab, but I have no idea what kind of crab it is we get because it's mixed up with mayonnaise. I like it on toast. I got funny looks off Tammy the first time I did that. Old Bay seasoning, is that for steaks? What's Birmingham famous for, Mike, if you're still here? Copenhagen is famous for Hans Christian Andersen. Hans Christian Andersen is buried in Copenhagen. Yeah, that's the thing. When you start talking about food, it tends to do that. What else is Denmark? Denmark is famous for bacon. Denmark has more pigs than people. Ah, Old Bay, is that's seasoning for crabs? I don't know why I was thinking it was seasoning for like meat. UB40. Oh yeah, the building. Yeah, UB40. That's something, I suppose. Birmingham. Have you not got like cathedrals or something? Is there not some sort of famous? Maybe I'm getting mixed up. Okay. Does that not ruin the taste though? I don't like things that are like really spicy. I feel you just end up tasting the spice. You can't taste anything. It's like I tried escargot, or snails as they're more commonly known. I actually tried them when I was in Canada. I went out for a meal and somebody said to me, you should order the escargot. And I think they were doing it as a dare. And I said, I'll try that. I've never tried it before. And to me, it was just like garlic. Couldn't taste anything. I have tried some unusual things. I've tried crickets and I've tried mealworms and I've had kangaroo, ostrich. The first time I went to the restaurant and I found out they served ostrich, I asked if I could have a leg. I'm sure that wasn't the first time she'd heard that, but she laughed. Birmingham is known as the first manufacturing town in the world, really? I never knew that, Mike. That is interesting. 1889, thanks to a number of businesses, it chose to base themselves in the area, largely due to... Oh, right. So have you got like canals, a canal network, or is it just rivers? Now you're talking Cadbury's World. The weirdest thing, it would probably be the mealworms or the crickets. That was just because the mealworms was because I just saw them in the supermarket, dried mealworms in a jar, and I thought, I'm going to try that, because I keep hearing that insects are full of protein. And I actually did that on a live stream, an app called Periscope. That's what I used to do before I moved on to YouTube. I think Periscope has now stopped. It's meant to be stopping this month, so I'm not sure exactly when. But I did a live, and people watched me eating or tasting mealworms for the first time. They were quite crunchy. That got to a lot of people when they could hear me crunching them. I mean, I can't remember, was it on YouTube? We had this conversation about food, and we were talking about things that we wouldn't eat. And I'm trying to think. One of the things that I would not try is eyeballs, but most other things maybe. And there was a guy, his handle was Dave in Osaka. He was actually from, where was he from? He's from America, but he lives over there. He's an English teacher, and he went to, I forget where it was, but he went to a really small cafe that was really famous for what it makes, and it's pig brain soup. And he live streamed that, and they actually invited him into the kitchen, and we saw the pig's brain soup getting made. They had a massive stainless steel bowl, and they had whole pig brains in it, and they were mushing it up. And then Dave watched all of that, went into the front of the shop and sat down and ate a bowl of pig brain soup. You're missing all the protein, Angie. There again, I mean, suppose some people would say haggis is a weird food, but I was used to that living in Scotland, being brought up in Scotland. Haggis has things like lung in it. I think it's the only thing I've ever eaten that has lung in it. It doesn't sound that good when you start rhyming off the ingredients, but it does taste good. I don't think I could eat a witchetty grub. I don't know if anybody else has seen the show called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And sometimes they get them to do things like that. And they have these witchetty grubs that are really, really big, fat maggot things. And they eat them alive. They're meant to taste like nuts. Don't think I could make myself eat that though. The eyeballs, do you eat them like whole? Like do you like sit and look at your meal looking at you before you eat it? Or are they mushed up? I think it's the thought of the consistency of an eyeball. I would imagine it'd just be like rubber. And I did get biology at school, like I've cut eyeballs open and I know what's inside them. It's just like jelly. Just doesn't sound very appealing. And then, oh no, there was another thing when we were talking about this before. Ballot, I think it's called. It's a duck egg that's been incubated for a certain number of days where the embryo has turned into a chick. And then they boil it. And when you open it up, there's a chick with the beak and the feet and all that, and they eat that. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, see, that's different. I could probably eat that. It's just the eyeball thing, it's more thinking about the texture and biting it and it bursting. Yuck. If it was a paste, I would probably try it just so I could say I've done it. I mean, the thing is, if it is a traditional meal, it must be relatively palatable, or people wouldn't eat it. All right, so basically, it's like a paste. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely try that. It wouldn't bother me trying it. I don't like celery. Out of all the things, celery I do not like. Thanks, Angie. I'm going to look up squeaky cheese when I'm finished this. I have to go on YouTube. I want to hear squeaky cheese. I mean, as you can tell when I do these random lives, pretty much everything and anything is up for discussion, except religion and politics, because they just cause trouble. But anything else, quite happy to talk about. And if you want to talk about diamond painting, we can talk about that. But we don't have to. So for anybody that is new to me, I started diamond painting about nearly a year and a half ago, I think. December 2019. And I think I started the YouTube channel in May, something like that. I've done over 100 videos now. So I do a lot of unboxings, unbaggings, comparings, just talking about things and trying to aim it to people who are totally new and trying to help them understand this crazy hobby. Oh, no, I don't think cheese by mail would be a good idea. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can find somewhere. I don't know. I know we've got some sort of specialist cheese places, but it tends to be Danish ones. It's all these like really small farms that make their own cheese. But yeah, I thought you were joking when you said that at first. Squeaky cheese. It just sounds funny. Yeah, I might actually see if I can find it somewhere in Europe. Maybe get it. Don't know. Is it like? Is it loud? Like if you're sitting eating squeaky cheese, can people hear it squeaking, or do you just sort of hear it in your head when you're biting it? Is it just because it rubs against your? Now I'm curious to why is it squeaky? Is it because it rubs against your teeth, and that's what causes the squeak? That would be such a good trivia question outside America. Where is squeaky cheese made? Is anybody else still in here from the States, from a different state? Now I'm curious to find out what everybody's state is famous for. Because I've learned 2 new things. Blue crabs and squeaky cheese. Ah, right, okay. I was just wondering. Thought that'd be quite funny. Sitting in a restaurant and you can tell who's got the squeaky cheese because they're sitting there squeaking. So it's you're still in Maryland. You haven't moved yet. It's just that I don't know who's still here. I don't tend to flick back and forward to see who's in. I just sit and talk, and if people comment, that's basically what I'm doing. If people don't comment, it gets very quiet. Florida oranges. Yeah. Disney World. Orlando, Florida. That's all I know about Florida. What about, do you have any special food, any speciality from Florida apart from oranges? Florida, that's the Sunshine State, isn't it? Is it? Is that right? Colorado. Colorado's famous for the Rocky Mountains. I couldn't eat a whole Rocky Mountain. Yeah. Yeah. I actually know someone in Florida who used to live stream on Periscope. He was quite a funny guy. He went out on his boat one time to live stream some fishing, and it was pretty choppy. And after he hit his head 3 times, he decided he wasn't going to live stream. But he ended up selling that boat. It was costing him a fortune to keep it. So he decided for the amount of time he actually used it in a year, it wasn't worth keeping. It was a nice boat. Skiing. Colorado's famous for skiing, is it? Okay, what? I don't know the states. I was going to start saying, what is this state famous for? What is that state? I don't know enough of the states to start that. What about vacations? Where in the world would you like to go that you have never been? Angie, you can start that one. Alaska is famous for igloos, really? Do they still make igloos? I know that Alaska's famous for salmon. Egypt, oh, Tammy, that's somewhere that Tammy would like to go. Let's run out. I wouldn't like to go to Egypt. When I was still living in Scotland, I had friends that went to Egypt to see the pyramids. And they said that when they got off the bus at the pyramids, they were just inundated with poor kids begging, like constantly. To me, that isn't a vacation. I wouldn't want to go anywhere where I'm basically being hounded for money. and I wouldn't want to go to a country where they don't have a flushable toilet. South Korea. I don't know anything about South Korea. Is that not very humid? Australia and New Zealand. Again, it's the heat thing. I really don't have anywhere that I want to go that I haven't been, and I haven't been to that many places. Try to think where I have been. I've been to Austria. That was really nice. Austria, right at the bottom of the Alps. Fantastic scenery. I've been to Canada, quite a few places in Canada. Where else? Germany. What do you call it? I went to a place, Budapest. It was very hot there as well. It seems to be a theme. It was so hot in Budapest that the buses were sinking into the road. Yeah, see, I would rather just sit and look at it all online and avoid the flies and the heat and the beggars. I think Egypt is definitely one of the top ones for Tammy, if not the top one. She likes all that stuff about the pyramids and why were the Egyptians so intelligent? Why were they so advanced compared to the rest of the world? And why aren't they so advanced now compared to the rest of the world? Was it because of the aliens? Nah, see, I'm the opposite, Angie. I really struggle when it gets too hot. Not used to the heat coming from Scotland. Used to the cold though. What's a K-pop idol? Is that even a thing? Canada was really nice. I really liked that. Oh my god, boy bands, seriously. Korean pop, K-pop. There you go. I've learned 3 things today. So I need to remember that. Just randomly say to Tammy, I was listening to some K-pop today. Make myself feel trendy. Korean pop. I suppose if you like boy bands. I mean, if I tell you some of the concerts that Tammy and I have been to, K-pop isn't really on the list. No, I'm not. I forget it, but I'll remember blue crabs, squeaky cheese, K-pop, and Birmingham is the first industrial capital of the world. See, Angie, I do checkerboard all the time, even when there's only 4. In fact, even when there's only 3. It's just a habit. Couldn't believe the amount of freezer. Yeah, that's a lot of drills. I do checkerboard with rounds as well. Yeah, and that stash with the freezer bags, that was just my stash. Tammy's got her stash as well, so there's actually more than that. And I'm waiting on 2 Diamond Art Club. I got a letter from PostNord, the Danish Postal Service. They wanted a copy of the invoice from Diamond Art Club so they could see how much they were worth, so they can calculate how much to charge me. So I'm just waiting on that letter coming. Once I pay that, should get them within a couple of days. I did notice a lot of people complaining about the prices of Diamond Art Club have shot up for people in the UK. They went from around about £50 to 72, and it's all because of this Brexit thing. Mesh bags? What do I want mesh bags for? Mesh bags just end up tearing. I hate that. You look and you see one, and then you go to the train, go back, and you can't remember where you saw it. Ah, okay. I have heard that some people do freeze the drills. They put them in the freezer if they're staticky to get rid of the static, but I don't know if it works. I've never really had a problem with that. But I have heard of people putting drills in the freezer. But no, we don't store the drills in the freezer. I suppose we should actually, then they would be fresh when we went to use them. Okay, I'm at that point where is it worth wasting time trying to see if I've got every single one? Because I know I'm going to find it anyway. Mesh bags. What is this thing? Mesh bags are for oranges. You get them in Florida. But how much are mesh bags? Yeah, I saw the message. How much are mesh bags compared to freezer bags, including postage? The way I looked at it is it's just a bag. And I reuse them. When I finish them, I put them in a little tub. And then when I get my next kit, I take the freezer bag out of the little tub. See, little tub. So I just keep using them again and again. Zippets. Okay, now Angie's got me curious. I'm going to check this picture she just sent. Mesh bags, they're plastic, they don't rip. Ah, okay. They're going to be more expensive. They come in every possible size. Okay, are we done? Okay, good enough. Well, I've got a collection of diamond paintings. I've got a collection of diamond painting pens, but I've got a collection of diamond painting containers, but I don't think a collection of diamond painting mesh bags is going to be added. I didn't know there was a subculture about mesh bags, but I didn't know about K-pop either. So I don't want any. Next thing, Tammy will see them and then she'll want them as well, and then she'll want green ones. I know how these things work. Still got my look at that. Golden tweezers. My new favourite thing. Yeah, I definitely don't want them. Just say no. So, what is everybody's number one accessory for diamond painting? If there was only one thing you could get, if you just got your very first kit in a box and you could buy one thing, what would it be? Pens. The first thing you would buy would be another pen. My one would be light pad. I'm pretty sure I would not diamond paint if I did not have a light pad. I really like this pen. It's the shape. I like the ones that have got this bulb. The question is, if you were just new to diamond painting and you had just received your first kit, what would be, if you could only buy one accessory, what would it be? Angie went for pens. So she would go and get a nice fancy pen. Yeah, I was just thinking that storage containers would probably be, well, definitely be my number two. But if I didn't have the light pad, I think the frustration of not really being able to see the symbols at times would just drive me crazy. But after saying that, opening all those little bags and having to try and retape them would be a nightmare as well. So I still think light pad would be number one, then containers. Talking about accessories, you know these pens that we keep getting advertised, the ones that look as if they're full of drills and they automatically fill the pen? Does anybody know if you can actually buy them? I mean, I know they don't work, but does anybody know that if you can buy one? Because I was thinking about buying one to do a YouTube, because the number of times people ask that question. Yeah, I know they're just for show, but I was just wondering if anybody is actually selling them. Computer. Yeah, you can, mate. You could send a letter to companies, so you can get them, right? Okay, I'm going to see if I can find one, just so I can do a YouTube video about it. Because it's like just the whole thing. When you think about it, how would it be able to put the drills in the right way up? And when you look at the picture, if you look at the end, it's like that. Is that going to focus? The drill is wider than the tip of the pen, so how can it feed the drill down through the tip? but it's easier to explain if I actually have one. Escapee. I wonder how much money they've made out of those things. So the ones that you're talking about, Paulina, yeah, it's basically like a big syringe, because I know you get ones. Hang on, in fact, I know you get these ones that have got the pink sort of, looks like drills but isn't, but the pink glittery bit inside. It's not these that I'm talking about. It's the big ones. It's basically a syringe, I think. But this is the prize pen for the competition that's going on Facebook. So if you don't have one of these in your pen collection and would like one, there's a competition running just now on the Diamond Painting Gym Facebook group, and the winner will be announced on Monday. So the idea is you fill the pen with the colour that you're doing and you tip them into a tray to use them. It makes no sense. Instead of just pouring them straight into the tray. Thanks, Angie. Yeah, Tammy commandeered that. This is now Tammy's pen. I saw this on AliExpress and I saw it was made of glass. So, of course, me being me, I was really curious. So I ordered one. The thing that I was worried about was how thin the neck is, considering it's made of glass. I was worried that it would get damaged or snap in the mail. But it actually came in a really nice presentation box. And it is well made. It's very smooth. There's no sharp edges or anything. And it comes with, I think, 3 or 4 multiplacers and a straightener, the whole thing. And all you do is pull the tip out. Says he, not being able to get it out. You know. So then you get your multiplacer or your straightener, and then you just push it in, and it clicks. So they're too thin for me. I don't like that neck being so thin. But Tammy really likes the weight because they're made of solid glass. So this part at the end is pretty heavy. So this is her pen of choice. She really likes it. And you can actually get them as a set. You get the pen and the magnifying glass. And the magnifying glass has the same sort of handle. And then, in fact, thinking about it, I'm guessing it probably is the pen. Then it has the magnifying glass at the end. And I'm thinking that maybe the magnifying glass just pushes in. I'm not sure. Maybe it's made, but I'm not sure. But I didn't go for the magnifying glass. We never use magnifying glasses. But you get them different colours. This is obviously the blue one. I can't remember. I think it's maybe 3 colours. But I mean, if you like thin pens and you're not bothered if you don't have space for a multiplacer on the end, it's a nice looking pen. The box was really nice. I mean, I was very surprised. So I expected it just to come wrapped in bubble wrap, but it came in a very decorative little box with ribbon holding it in. And I mean, I did an unboxing on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find it, unboxing a glass pen. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with it. I mean, I tend to see things and I get curious about them, and rather than just reading YouTube reviews, I tend to want to get them myself to see what I think of them. So the same goes with pretty much anything else. I like to try the stuff myself and not rely on other people, because some of the things that I've heard about certain things that I won't go into any detail about were just wrong. And it makes me question why they were doing the videos and saying the things they were. Was it financially worth it for them? Because some of the things they were saying certainly weren't true. But I don't want to name names and get into all that carry on. But I think you have to be careful with reviews and things. And it's hard to tell. I mean, it could be that somebody does use something and they find it better than anything else genuinely. Yeah. I mean, well, I'm just looking at, I've put it back, but I mean, this is the pen that I'm used to using. And I'm trying to think how I hold it, because I do notice that over time I change my grip. And I think that's the advantage with something like this. There's multiple ways that you can hold it. So instead of being sitting exactly the same way all the time, you can just like move my hand down over the bulb or back above it or half and half or whatever. And I think that might be why it's so comfortable, rather than having a pen that's just the same thickness all the way, like the normal pink pens, that your hand can start to cramp after a while. But after saying that, I've said it before, I used the pink pen for about 5 months, and I didn't change it because it was uncomfortable. It was because I was curious about all these custom pens I kept reading about. So I decided to get one, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Angie knows how it goes. Yeah, the glass pens are only single-ended. Doesn't bother us because we don't use multiplacers. I know that you do, Angie, but again, I don't know how awkward it is, but it does come with about three multiplacers in the straightener. So you can pull out the tip and put in a multiplacer if you're going to be using it. But it's probably easier to have a multiplacer in the other end of a pen and just flip it over when you need it. So what's the big difference, Paulina? Like if somebody was saying, I use the pink pen, I think it's okay. What do you find the benefit is of a custom pen? Yeah, I mean, I do have some double-ended pens, but I don't use it. Again, this is a very basic style, no multiplacer, but I never ever use it. But this style was made by Melissa's dad, Melissa in the Facebook group. He does double-ended pens as well, but it's just, I mean, I ended up getting quite a few, and then I got a double-ended one just to let people see it. So this is the same sort of style, but it's double-ended. So I've got a straightener on it that I've never used, but it does double-ended pens if people want them. And this one's just a wooden one. It's just a burl. Quite like the natural. Quite like the feel of them. Sort of satin finish. But they do double-ended ones as well. But I like the hybrids where it's wood and acrylic. This is one. I'll get it right with the camera angle. But this is a burl again. And then the acrylic through it. But for some reason, I've just always used this one. Because they're handmade, they vary slightly. The bulb, because if I put them side by side, you can see the one that I use is thicker. But it's purely because they're handmade, so they're all slightly different. But this was the first one that I got made, and it's the one that I use all the time. It's not the fanciest looking one, but it's the one I use. And then I asked them to make me one. I didn't really understand how the wax tipped pens work. So I asked them if he could make me one where I can put the wax tips in it so I can unscrew them and replace them as and when. So I got a bag of multicolored tips. So I've got like, I can't remember, green, red, blue, white, yellow, whatever. And I went for the blank, with all these colours in it, so it would match. And then what I didn't realise was how important that pin that's in these pens, it was these that I'd seen, but I'd never used one. I still haven't. And I saw that this wax cone, so you don't need to pick up the pink wax. And I did notice they had a pin on the end, but I didn't realise what it was for. So when I asked them to make it, I wanted it just the same style that I usually get. So he made it, but it was after I got it, I realised you need that pin to push the drills into place, because if you try and do it with the wax tip, you just ruin it, because it doesn't have the strength, and if you press really hard, it will actually break it. So if I had known exactly how these work, I would have asked them to put a pin in the end. Yeah, that's a good question. That should be in a trivia quiz. What's Angie's favourite colour? Okay, I think I'm going to wind up, go and make some coffee, I think. So that's it. I just felt that it's been a while since I've done one of these randoms, just come on and chat to whoever drops in. I'm glad I did. I learned about blue crabs and squeaky cheese. I'm already starting to forget all the things I learned. But anyway, that is it for today. So thanks for dropping in and joining in the conversation. Be kind of boring for me if nobody commented. So thank you. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, please give me a follow. I'm trying to get to 1,500 followers now. And I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm about 558, I think, the last time I looked. And the reason I want to get to the 1,000 is so that I can go mobile. I would like to take people for walks around Copenhagen, show you the statue that I used as a custom, and down to Newhound, which I did as a custom again, and just sort of do that sort of stuff. A little change from just sitting here. But I need 1,000 followers. So if you know anybody that is into diamond painting and would be interested, you think anyway, and give me a follow, please mention me. So yeah, that's it for today. Not sure when I'll be on. We'll be on Saturday as normal. Mike will be late as normal. Angie will be early as normal. So I don't think I'm going to be on this week. So that's it. Thanks again, everybody. Take care, be safe, and wash your hands. Bye.